All right, we are live on Black Friday. Actually, I think next week I need to start doing them probably the night before because technically there's only 1 hour left in Friday and I'm doing a Friday show. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I may do it Sunday night after I get off work, which will technically still be Monday morning for my next show. But let's go with what today's show is, which is WT Friday. This week's subject is, of course, Black Friday because you can't get away from it. It is the biggest shopping day of the year. And this year was very different for me because of the fact that, I just recently got my job and I didn't have a lot of money to spend, but I did have quite a bit considering. So typically every year I get about like 30 to 40 movies, especially because I buy pretty much every single $2 movie that Walmart has. But this year I was actually kind of glad when I went in there because I didn't see that many that I wanted. So I actually didn't even have to like get them in the cart and decide what I wanted afterwards. So it was actually a very unique experience for me. So I did get something other than movies, but we're gonna get to that second because that is like really fun for me. Of course, let's talk about the movies. Now, I have actually already watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the movies. I'm about to watch the sixth one in a little bit. But 7, 8, 9, 10, I only ended up buying 11 movies. So for me, that's a lot less. I'm typically Black Friday shopping. I probably spend like $300. And actually through the weekend, I probably usually spend about $350 because usually I'll go back Saturday and Sunday and all that, and I'll get even more stuff. This year, only 11 movies. And I've gone back to Walmart because I actually needed some actual food. So I went tonight and looked around. Amazingly enough, the Walmart that's right near me, which is actually a really busy Walmart. I'm in a college town. Like there's college kids everywhere. And I know this is Thanksgiving and people go off for Thanksgiving, but this still is, that's why I don't go there specifically to shop. I normally go to a different Walmart. Those are bothering me. I normally go to a different Walmart that's a lot slower business, so it has a lot less people in it, and I usually get everything I want, and I did get everything I want. The one thing that I was surprised that they didn't have on sale, well, two things. I'm surprised that Once Upon a Deadpool didn't go to like the green or yellow, which would have made them either $2 or $4. Especially when you consider that they had the Deadpool 2-pack for like $9, $10, something like that. So you could get both movies for one, and it was a Blu-ray. Now, typically, I've also gotten sheets. They have hotel-style sheets. They're really good, but I didn't get any of that this year. I just got technically 16 things, 11 movies, and 5 very special things for me. But anyway, let's go through the movies that I got. I ended up watching this first because I was very, very curious about it. I think it came out last year, and it's the movie Passengers with Chris Pratt, and who gives a shit about her? No, she was actually really good in the movie. I'll give her a lot of credit. I actually enjoyed this quite a bit, so I'm so glad I got Passengers. It's definitely a movie I'm gonna rewatch. Like, it had all the stuff that was in the trailers, and it had just, a few things that kind of were a surprise. So it was really, really good. So definitely Passengers. There's only one movie I got that was $1.96. Most of them were about $3.96. So I'm pretty sure this was a $3.96 movie. So yep, got Passengers with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. Then I could not pass this up on previous videos. I think what was my collection video? Maybe yesterday's video. I talked about the 2 things that I used to watch growing up was Batman and Ninja Turtles. And no matter what they do, I will constantly always buy Batman and Ninja Turtle stuff. Well, I did. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. This was actually a very surprising movie because I thought this was going to be extreme cheese, and it really wasn't. It wasn't as cheesy as I thought. I do wish that they would have taken, I think some of the animation style that they used might have been a little too cartoony. Maybe like they should have done a more serious approach. I mean, it went with the more traditional Batman, which you can kind of see on the back. He has the blue suit, but he still has the underwear on. And what's really sad about that is the fact that when they actually go into the Batcave, he has multiple suits. Actually, he has some that I would actually really love to see. There was this one that looked really weird, but you know, they could have gone with a more traditional black Batman suit, and especially at one point his suit gets destroyed and he has to put on a new suit, and instead of like maybe switching the suit, they just went with the original suit. Um, what's really funny, I might have just missed it in the thing, but they didn't even put who played the Joker, which Troy Baker played the Joker, correct? Yeah, Troy Baker, yes. Which, if I'm remembering correctly, he actually took over for Mark Hamill in Batman Arkham Origins. He does a great Mark Hamill. Like, you'll catch it every now and then. You'll realize it's not the real Mark Hamill, but he does a really good impression of Mark Hamill, especially his version of the Joker. The next one I got, which a lot of people are probably going to be like, why did you get that? But if you don't notice, I collect stuff. So in my mind, you can't have a collection without finishing it off, which that leads you to Predator, which every time I grabbed this, I had to like triple check the back to make sure it wasn't the original Predator, because I've already got the original Predator. And it looks almost identical. It literally has identical name. And yeah, has the same shit on the front. They actually have a box almost identical to this, except for I think the original Predator has Arnie on the heat sensor. Um, yeah, what can I say about this movie? I saw where they were going with it, and then they complete like everything that they were doing with it. It was one of those things you could have done very well, or you could have done stupidly, and they decided to go stupidly the entire time. Like the one, I don't even know why the guy did it at the beginning, but I'm not gonna go into that. But it's like you saw in the trailers that he ends up with this commando unit that they all have mental problems, um, which was a very big theme throughout this entire movie. Which right there tells you where they already started their mistake. Um, but it was actually a very interesting thing because, of course, he sees the alien come down. He's an elite army ranger, so of course he's the baddest of the bad, you know. But he saw the alien. They capture him and they put him in as if he's gone crazy because he's talking about space aliens and all that. So he ends up with all these other people that, you know, one guy gets turned around during a firefight somehow and ends up killing a couple of his own unit, and now he's kind of crazy. Um, Another guy, I can't remember if they said what happened to him, but he's got like Tourette's now. Just they gave each person an individual kind of thing, and then it's this kind of very interesting team that will end up going against the Predator, and yet they shit the bed with it so badly. Um, at one point, they lobotomize a predator dog, and it ends up starting to follow them, and it doesn't really go anywhere with that. The only thing he was there for is they were playing fetch with him to hide him. So the girl grabs a grenade, chucks it, the dog goes to get it, comes back randomly later on, and then just pukes up the thing because he has his mouth open the whole time. So he pukes it up. She uses it to kill the bad guy. Also, she's not a soldier whatsoever, yet she's like freaking killing people left and right as if she was a soldier. She was just uh, a kid that was obsessed with space and then ends up learning about space and believing that there's aliens and starts going in microbiology, all that kind of stuff. And yet she turns to be one of the badass people in the movie. It's like you didn't set up any reason for her to be good with guns. Like at one point she is running the predator down. Now, yes, she's a little slower than it, and of course he can do stuff that she can't, but it's like, wow, she just ran the predator down. Arnold couldn't do that. Of course, Danny Glover couldn't do it either. Like, nobody's been ever able to do that. Now she's able to do that. So they kind of, and then they lean into the cheeseball stuff. So it's like, you didn't do it right. And I really like the kid in it. Oh my God, I love the kid. I thought he was such a good dynamic of a kid. But instead of just letting him be that character, because he plays the kid's an autistic kid. And if you don't know anything about autism, I think they actually, it wasn't autism, it was Asperger's. I don't know. Like they said a few things, but the kid has problems with sound. So they showed. I think they showed this in the trailer too, where an alarm goes off at the school and he starts covering his ears and kind of patting them, and then he falls up. And then of course what they show in the trailer and they show it again in the movie. All of a sudden, two bully kids come in and start making fun of him. Now, first of all, the teacher knows this kid. This kid is in his classroom, and the teacher just walks out. It was full of people, and he just walks out and leaves this kid. Like, come on. So you're making everybody in this movie an asshole. But anyway, moving on. The next movie that I got that I've watched today. Now, those three movies I ended up watching last night from like 11 o'clock till 5 a.m. The next movie I got was Glass. Now, this I got last moment. One of my movies, which actually was Predator, I sat there, and because it didn't come with the digital copy, and I just kind of wanted to look at some more stuff. I decided to buy it on Blu-ray because it was only $2 more, so I could get the digital copy and watch it wherever. While I was walking through there, of course, I'm going to relook, and I found Glass. It wasn't at the original Walmart that I did. This was the most expensive movie that I bought. This was $10, and as you can see, it's a 4K Ultra HD. Now, no, I don't have a 4K TV yet, or a 4K Blu-ray player, but it comes with the Blu-ray copy and the digital copy. So, got that. I did watch it today, and I thought it was really cool. I understand, I understand people's problems with the ending, but at the same time, the ending did have a semblance of logic behind it. But overall, I quite enjoyed this. I thought it could be really. It was actually really well done, and I quite enjoyed it. Like it wasn't as good as Split. I will say that it wasn't as good as Split, but at the same time, I feel like they could. I know they're not going to do it, but I feel like they could actually continue moving forward with this. So it would be actually very interesting to see. But really good. I actually recommend seeing it. Then this was actually the cheapest movie I bought. Which when you see what it is, it's going to be kind of surprising, which was Crazy Rich Asians. Now, I actually just finished watching this about 30 minutes ago. And I could actually gush about this movie. This was actually a really good movie, but I think the one thing that I don't think a lot of movies do nowadays, and this is the biggest praise I'm going to give it, is that it was just a well done movie. It had subplots that didn't distract from the main plot, and you actually cared about a lot of the characters, and you saw what these characters were going through. Now, if I'm correct, let's see if it says it on the back, because I see, no, it just talks about it. If I'm correct, if I'm remembering from Collider Live, this is a book series, so I think there are 3 books in the set, so I think they're going to make the sequels, so I'm kind of interested to see where they go from here. It is also a very beautiful movie, just by the cover alone. Like, it is actually a very beautiful movie, and I kind of want to see where they go, because especially when it goes from book to movie, you lose a lot in translation. And of course, I've not read the book, and I probably will never read the book because I don't read. I watch movies. But it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep it going. and see if the sequel can basically do what I said this movie did. Just be a very well done movie. Like, it really is. Like, that sounds like a, actually, it sounds like I'm not giving it a lot of praise, but honestly, nowadays, to do just a very well done movie is so hard to do. And that's kind of sad that I'm saying that. The next movie that I'm going to watch, I'm going to take actually like kind of a palate cleanser, which I'm just going to kind of watch something else for a little bit, because especially usually I get like 30 movies, so I'm usually like movie, and I kind of get tired of watching movies. So I did pick the next one that I'm going to watch, but I'm kind of going to give it a break. I'm also going to go get something to eat after this, which by going and getting something to eat, I mean I'm going to go to the kitchen and make a grilled cheese. But the next movie I am going to watch is dun, 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 Brightburn. This is done by James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy. It is about a kid from a planet far, far away that blows up, and his parents send him to Earth. He gets, I'm having fun because you already know where this is going. He gets found by a man and woman who cannot conceive their own children. They live on a farmhouse in a small town, and this kid, because he's from a distant planet, he gains super strength. He has laser vision. He can fly. You getting where I'm going with this? Yes. But if you ask James Gunn, that is not what he did. That's exactly what he did. He knows it, but he doesn't want to talk about it that way. But it's what would happen if he didn't have that something inside of him. Because as much as Ma and Pa Kent taught Clark how to be a good human being, you still have to have something inside of you to be that good human being. I mean, look at history itself tells you, doesn't matter what kind of upbringing they got, sometimes nature wins. So nature versus nurture, in this saying that ultimately he's just kind of an evil dude. I know the funny thing is I've already watched Cinema Sins on this, so I kind of know every beat of the movie, and some of the beats I was like watching Cinema Sins and I'm just like, dude, he's kind of an asshole. So this is going to be an interesting one. Everybody that I've seen that watched it, especially everybody on Collider, absolutely love this. So can't wait to watch it. It's going to be interesting. Now, these are going to be easy to go through because out of the next ones, I've only seen one. Actually, there was only one movie that I bought I actually already saw, but it was on Netflix. So now, I bought Ferdinand, starring John Cena as a bull. It's going to be interesting. It was $3.96. Yellow stickers are $3.96. I have a 10-year-old daughter. Get cartoon movies. I've heard a few people actually like this, so it's going to be something I'm semi-looking forward to. I got Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, I fell off the Mission Impossible train. I might want to try to rewatch all of them, because not the last one, but the one before it, I think. I can't remember. One of them I know I was watching, and I know I do multiple things while watching it, but I just couldn't keep up with the story, and I was just like, this is boring the shit out of me. But I still want to keep watching them because I do like Tom Cruise. I'm going to put that one to the end because that's the actual one I've already seen. Then I bought Goosebumps 2. This was a Blu-ray that was probably another $4 movie. I have Goosebumps 1. I enjoyed that. I know a lot of people said they didn't like this, but again, I got to complete my collection. It's 88, or it's not 88, it's OCD for me. If I know there's something out there, I need to complete it. So I am going to be watching this. We'll see what I actually think of it. I'm kind of sad that the actual Jack Black is not in it. Does he still voice Slappy? I'm kind of wondering. No, he doesn't, because his name is nowhere on the back. That's disappointing. Then I bought Justice League versus the Fatal Five. I love all the DC animated films. That's where they get it right there in TV. So this is going to be a fun one to watch. And then, of course, my last movie and my last animated feature. And the one movie that I bought that I actually already saw, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is an amazing movie. I love it. Ooh, there's a mini movie with Spider-Ham. Awesome. So I can't wait to see the special features, but that is what I got. Now we're looking at other stuff I bought. Now the other stuff I bought, it's 5 things. They're all kind of the same thing. They are pop vinyls. Now, this is not what I bought, but I want to show you this to begin with. This is a standard 4-inch pop vinyl. This is my Black Widow, which I actually talked about and did not show, which was kind of sad. But you see how this box is? See the difference? This is the Walmart exclusive. These are 10-inch Deadpool figurines, which you can see the Walmart sticker on the bottom. And I wanted these so badly. I'm so glad I got to get them. Now, this one is the standard red Deadpool, and you can see in his hand he has a pistol, and he's kind of doing a thumbs up. Really cool. And again, if you realize what I said at the beginning, I said they're pretty much all the same thing. This is another Deadpool. This one is the red suit, but you can see that he has 2 katanas in his hands rather than the one katana or one gun and the thumbs up. So this is the other red one. This is another Deadpool. It is the X-Force Deadpool, and you can see he has the 2 katanas in his hand, but his suit is the gray suit with the red eyes. This is actually the second one that my mom liked, because I was going to pick out just one, and she was like, this one or the next one that I'm going to show. So, gotta love the X-Force Deadpool. But here's the 4th one, which is more traditional X suit. Actually, what's funny is I feel like he just took Cable's suit. That's what I want to believe. Now, you could see that the gray one has katanas in his hand. This goes back to the gun and the thumbs up. So, really kind of cool. But Uncanny X-Men suit, X-Men trainee suit. You got the X in the middle. You got Deadpool symbol. It's really cool. I like it. And then the last one was the one that everybody was trying to get, and I'm so glad I ended up getting it. And that final one is the gold standard Deadpool. I absolutely love this one. There was only like 3 where I went, but the funny thing was when I ended up going to the Walmart that's actually just down from my house afterwards, they actually had all 3 still. So I would have gotten it no matter what. Now this goes back to the Deadpool with the swords in his hands. So this was really cool. I have no idea, because you see how freaking huge these are. I have no idea where I'm going to put them. Now, I also want to show perspective itself. I wasn't going to do this part because I already showed the difference between this one and that one. But this one, which is clearly bigger, and yet, holy freaking shit. By the way, this kind of makes a little sense. Thanos, Deadpool, do you know anything about that? They're both in love with the same girl, and Deadpool gets cursed by Thanos to live forever. So, now, these Deadpool pop vinyls, as I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them right now, but they were $25 a piece. Although what's funny is, even though they say, oh, original price was $30. So they got them not too cheaper, but hey, $5 is $5, so that's great. But I find it funny that they have an original price and they just came out on Black Friday. I was starting to look for certain ones. I kind of wonder when they're going to do like Harley Quinn as a 10-inch, but I did find another 10-inch online that I want to get. I just got to find where I can get it, but it was a Target exclusive 10-inch figurine, and what the best part about that figurine was, it said life size on it because it actually was Baby Groot. Because I was just looking up 10-inch figures to see like what stores had which one, and they said 10-inch figure Baby Groot, and on it where like it says only Walmart or only Target, it says actual life size, which I do find funny because yeah, it's probably the same height as Baby Groot, but I guarantee you it's a lot wider because as you can see with them, their heads are so much bigger. Now these are actual bobbleheads, which I can't get really too close, but you can possibly see the spring in his neck. So it's actually really kind of cool. But will they ever bobble? No, I'm never going to take them out of the box. Why would I take them out of the box? It's a beautiful display. Plus, I'm always the type that I like the squareness of certain things when you're displaying them because it just works out better. When you got stuff that's rounded, it just doesn't work out. But that was my Black Friday shopping. Now, the other deals, one thing that I wish I could have afforded, and I have no idea where I would put it because it's such a big item. I probably would have put it by one of these display cases, which they had a one of those arcade systems that Walmart has been selling for years now, and it stands about 5 foot. So what's that, about right here? I'm about 5'10". So yeah, it would stand about right here, and it's an actual arcade system. It was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade version of the game, and Turtles in Time. Which Turtles in Time, I don't know if it's going to be the exact same game, but I had the Sega Genesis version of, and it was actually the one of the first few games that, even at a young age, that I beat. Me and my cousin Heath, we would sit there and play games like that, especially two-player games, through and through and through. And it was the first game we actually beat together, and it was really kind of cool. So I wish I would have gotten that, but it was $350, and since I just started my job, I could not get it. Other deals, which, like I said, the Walmart that I normally go to, like they still had so much stuff left over because they had about 15 of those arcade systems, which the other two Walmarts I ended up going to um, didn't have any left. Um, but they also had like the 50-inch Samsung TVs that were $278. They had the 55, which was 328. I'm looking at all that going, damn, can I get my check? I could use a 55-inch TV. But yeah, that was Black Friday shopping. So I know this is not my collector's addiction show, but I had to show off my Black Friday stuff. And just, I'm like, really, I love these. Like, look at this. This is like awesome. I have 5 fucking huge ass Deadpools that I have no idea where I'm gonna put. Um, but I was so happy. And like I said, I normally spend a whole lot more. As you can tell, the Deadpool is $25 a piece. 5 of them means 125. And then the Blu-rays and the DVDs that I got, like I said, only one of them cost $10 each. All the others were $4.96. So overall, I think I walked out of there probably only spending like 160, 170, somewhere around there. So for me, that's actually pretty good. I know my friend Adam, he's gone the past 2 years with me, and each year he just gives me this look like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you spending that kind of money? The first year, I think I spent $300, but that was when I was a manager. I was making damn good money, and I had just like thousands in my account. Um, so I hope everybody else got the stuff that they wanted. I know I looked at different stuff. I almost wanted to go to, I almost spent a little bit more money, but luckily I don't have a lot, so I'm watching what I spend because Hot Topic has pop vinyls, buy two get one free, and they actually have a cool Deadpool one that I want, but they have 2 Harley Quinns that I want. So I will most likely be getting those anyway, but I'm gonna wait probably another week or so. I'm kind of getting everything back to where it was with my since I now have my job. I got my Hulu back. Since I have movies to watch, I'm not going to start Disney Plus for a minute. I'm actually going to try to save part of my tips that I get over this next week. We're going to kind of see what my schedule's like and see how much I make a week, because I'm probably going to just buy the full year of Disney Plus, because it's $6.99 per month for Disney Plus. The first week you get for free, so I'll do my free trial no matter what, and then you could either pay $6.99 or you can pay $67.99, which if you do the math, you're saving over 2 full payments. So you're paying for like around 10 months. You're actually paying a little bit less, but you're paying for 10 months and getting 2 free. So I'm like, I'm just going to do that, because I know they're going to have stuff that I'm going to want to watch. First of all, I want to go back and watch Gargoyles. I want to watch Darkwing Duck. I want to watch all the stuff that they're talking about that people are binge watching on there. I also do want to watch The Mandalorian, because everybody says how great it is and all the stuff on there. I do find it funny, though, that I had a friend, he's actually probably doing a show right now, Robert Storm. He sold all of his Marvel movies, but I don't know if he thought it out, and I don't remember if he said he sold all of them, because the first phase of Marvel movies are not Disney movies. They are not produced by Disney. They might still have them on there. I don't actually know, because I haven't really checked anything. But yeah, because I know they don't have the 2 Spider-Man movies, which is kind of sad. But I know he doesn't like those anyway. But yep, so that is what I got on Black Friday. Again, a very mild year for me. Now it's all about Christmas. I cannot wait to start buying. I have my eye on a couple things. My daughter is now 10, so, well, 10 and a half now. But so it's getting about that time that she's not really into a lot of toys. So I'm starting to look towards stuff that is nicer and will last her for years upon years. So I'm really hoping that I can get some good tips over the next few weeks, because I got some plans for her. I already got her Blackbelt gift. I've had that for a year, so cannot wait. That's in January, so I'm getting really excited. It's getting really close, and I'm just like, I want to give it to her so badly. But yeah, so anyway, as always, I think this is the end of the show, because I really don't have much else to say. Hopefully soon I'll be getting my other buddy Adam. I have 2 friends named Adam, but hopefully I'll get my other buddy Adam on here more. He just got a promotion, which is really good for him. He works his ass off, so hopefully he has some time worked out, and maybe we can do some shows together. He's a big wrestling guy, and it would be nice to have someone to talk to instead of my camera. But anyway, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. If you would like to help my daughter get her black belt, the link below, my franchise, my Amazon wish list, and if you would like your own Loot Crate, surprisingly enough, they already charged me, but my Loot Crate hasn't shipped yet. But they said it will be here the first 2 weeks of January, or not January, December. But it's an every other month thing, so it's kind of, I kind of can't wait for that. It's supposed to be SmackDown 20th anniversary, so I can't wait to get that in. But anyway, the Loot Crate's there. You'll get $5 off your first Loot Crate. Highly recommend it. They have so many. I was looking on there tonight, and they have a new Rick and Morty one. They have Farscape. I'm trying to think of the new ones they have. But then they have the smaller ones like Loot Wares, the underwear, the socks, shirts and outerwear, all that kind of stuff. So there's always something for somebody on there. So if you would like to check that out and save $5, my link's below. And have a good night. I should be back Monday with Movie Monday, or my show called Follow the Script. You can also check out all those shows on my page. Anyway, have a good night. I hope you were safe on Black Friday, and I hope you got everything you wanted. I will see you next time.